every Friday night. No cooking necessary, no assembly required.
All right, welcome to Behind the Gates. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Everybody, before we get started, let's welcome our guest host for tonight. Our gatekeeper of the week, Miss Allie Brown, is sitting in with us. You all welcome, Allie. Thank you so much. Okay, so Angela, tell us how Allie got in this seat.
Allie, our newest host for tonight, has basically got here by being the gatekeeper of the week and explaining. Sorry, I had a little bit too much of that already. By you disappeared. See, you messed me up. She basically became our gatekeeper of the week by posting and basically making her face known on our site. And that's how you can do it too. So post away, comment away, get yourself in here so you can get on and say something to the world about what you think about this show. And we will be gladly to sit here and talk with you. That's it.
And also, when you become gatekeeper of the week, you also are entered into our Procter & Gamble basket giveaway. So don't forget about that, ladies and gentlemen. You want this basket, okay? It's going to have full products of Procter & Gamble. So you were talking about Tide, we're talking about Febreze, we're talking about Dawn, we're talking about
I done had the Febreze.
All of the wonderful things that Procter & Gamble has brought to us over the years. We're going to have Febreze. So
there we go.
So with that being said, you're gonna engage with us, watch the show, comment during our lives each week, put some posts up, get in the chats, take the polls, be an all-around good person, and you may be chosen for Gatekeeper of the Week. Now, let's get into it.
Here.
Conspiracy theories for the week. Here we go.
Woo. A lot.
What
a week. It's a lot.
Okay.
Drama. Bring on the drama.
Is Haley really pregnant?
No. I don't think so. I think she's lying. I think she's trying to be, but it was taking too long and she wasn't getting enough attention. So she, I think it's exact. Danny called it. She even called her reaction and she did exactly what Danny said she was going to do.
Mm-hmm. But Danny also did the same thing, though. Is it a fit of jealousy? So my theory is I actually think Haley is pregnant.
I think she's
pregnant. I think that Danny's reaction is just a fit of jealousy. And of course, she's going to feel a certain kind of way because her man has not been on her arm lately.
She needs her man.
She felt like she didn't have anybody
I don't need you.
So that's what I think.
He's a very cute distraction.
If she's not pregnant, how does she go about pulling this off?
Well, he never asked to see a stick. It's just words. I mean, she basically having sex with him every 2 minutes. So she basically so I'm like, if she ain't pregnant, she can get there sometime soon. So
okay, I think that's what a smart man. He can count.
But I think she is pregnant. I really do.
I think
my thing is, didn't he ask her, "Are you sure?"
Yeah.
So
hey, Miss Lily, yay!
Yes. There should be no question. It shouldn't be. I'm pretty sure. No. Oh yeah, I did 3 at home. I'm gonna put this in real terms. Angela, how many times did you pee on the stick?
A lot.
Okay. I know I personally both times did it at least 3 times.
Yeah.
Maybe more.
I did it a couple
times. I went so far as to get 6 of different brands from different stores to make sure.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, okay, so, there's no uncertainty when you're announcing it to the world.
Yeah.
There should be a question of, well, I'm pretty sure. No, you either are or you're not. Because I mean, well, we never talked about how late we are. Hi, who's this?
Exactly. How far along are you?
We never talked about how late she was with her period or what was up. So I don't know. There's no telling.
Last time it was, oh, I'm late.
Mm-hmm.
This time it was just like, oh, I'm pregnant.
I just don't think that she could. What am I trying to say? She could be lying, but my thing is, what is the end game? Like Danny said, is it gold digging 101? That's what everybody knows that you do when you gold digging.
I don't think it's gold digging. I think it's just
you try. It could be that too. It could be that too. But I'm just thinking, how in the world? Because Bill's a pretty smart man. He's gonna be able to count back 9 months. So if you told me you was pregnant in October, but you don't actually get pregnant to January, what's going on with my baby?
I think she's hoping it won't take that long.
Right. What are you thinking, Allie?
On top of him every 2 minutes.
I think Haley is really status driven. So she's doing this sort of for attention, just so that she keeps getting his constant attention. She'll just say anything just to get what she wants. So I think this is like a whole fake thing in the first place. So,
because my whole thing is when she made the announcement to him, it wasn't driven by excitement. It was driven off of, okay, well, I'm playing second fiddle. Everybody knows the second wife gets less and da da da. Oh no, baby, you're the most important thing to me. Oh, well, in that case, I'm pregnant. So let me keep your attention. You know what I'm saying? It didn't seem like a genuine, oh my gosh, I can't wait to tell you my news.
Right. Yeah. Now, is Danny's reaction warranted?
No,
we all want her to be overbuilt. I don't know why she keeps I get it. That's her true love. He basically swept her off her feet, but I'm like, as much dirt as he has done to her, I'm like, girl, please just let it go.
Okay, well, let's think about this. Let's put this in real time and real perspective from our personal relationships. And we all have one. Let's just think back to the ones that didn't work out. And we saw that they moved on to the wife, the kids, the house, the picket fence, the dog, with the one that didn't work, but we desperately wanted it to work. Were we over it? Even though we might have been over it, didn't it sting a little bit? I can sit here and say it did. The thought of it.
Yeah.
It stung, but at the same time, oh girl, no, she didn't. Oh my goodness. Y'all don't pay any attention to the man behind the screen. And he's right there with you too.
Oh God.
Looking over her shoulder.
Yeah.
My bad.
I guess, that you also got to look at, well, she's old enough. I don't know.
Well, no, but Angela,
but I'm saying, no, I'm like,
we were not married to these people. And it's still to us when the fact that it was maybe years in between before the person moved on and did that. Bill did this all like in her face in real time, and she's had to adjust the whole way. And
this wasn't just some random chick off the street that she didn't know either. This was someone who she trusted, who she considered a part of her family. So this is and it's in her face every day, every time she turns around. We at least get a break from it.
Exactly.
Everything for that man.
Yeah.
Yes. Because when it happened to us, we didn't have the social media to let us know all the time what was going on. It was a rumor. Oh, did you hear so-and-so got with such and such? You found it later, but it wasn't in your face like that. And that people, we had, what was it, MySpace, if you want to really go back there. But
but MySpace wasn't that kind of platform.
It wasn't that kind of platform. So you didn't get to know, but this is in her face. I think she has a real reaction. Blatant Truth is saying, they don't think that Haley's pregnant because just last week she wasn't pregnant. And then now it's a false alarm and all of a sudden she is. They don't know. They just saying. But I think Danny is justified in this and they did just let her be for a minute. And Chelsea was wrong for how she told her. And then
Chelsea getting on my nerves more and more every week.
When she was in that hype state, you see your mama's in a hype state. Just let it go for a minute. let her calm herself down, and then.
But she put her in that state. She came in there with that, and she brought that energy in with the.
She did.
Well,
she
absolutely came in
did.
because she came in. She was talking about her. Danny was talking about something else. Because she was like, I was just getting ready to call you, remember? About blah,
right,
blah, blah, blah.
Right. But Chelsea
just
said,
let her go with that.
I got something to tell you. And then she said, sit down. So she expected her mom to crash and burn.
But
yeah, she created that energy.
Idiot child that had the daggone camera on in the in the wedding.
Everywhere.
So, everywhere.
Now, Danny, I was with you. I'm with you when you're right. But I would not have done this.
I would not have went over there because now you're looking desperate.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very.
Never let them see you sweat, boo-boo.
No.
That's what she messed up. When she was at home with it by herself, we were good. The moment she took it out of her door and into this one, that's what she messed up.
You got to keep the crash out private.
Exactly, because now Haley knows she is getting under Danny's skin, and she's gonna push it, whether she's pregnant or not. She's gonna push it to no end now.
Yep.
My question was, where was their security?
Hello. And when she broke in your house during the honeymoon, why didn't you change the code then?
Right.
Exactly. Bill secretly want her to keep coming in there because he don't change the code. And Haley's silly because why don't you demand
you change
the code?
You change the code. Your hands
somebody change it.
No, they want Danny's attention because Haley still wants to be relevant. Any attention is attention. Bad attention, good attention is attention on her. That's why she has it so that Danny can come up whenever, because now she feels relevant and she feels seen. That's the thing. Otherwise, everybody would ignore her because she wasn't getting any service unless Bill came until Danny told him, okay, now you can serve her. So Haley was still just invisible. So any attention that anybody can come to her and come at her directly, that's what she wants. So you know what? I'm on the fence. She might be faking it. She just might be.
I think she is. I think she is definitely thirsty for attention. And it, like I said, it was just the whole way she gave the news. She didn't lead with it. She didn't even seem like it was anticipated. It was like, oh crap, what am I going to do to get the attention? Oh, let me do this.
Right.
Yeah, it's all about status. It's all about status for her. So she's just trying to get any type of anything from anyone.
Yes,
exactly.
Yes, I completely agree.
She is a little needy. That's what everybody has said. So, but I don't know. I'm still with the. I don't know. I guess I don't know. I'm still on board with her being pregnant. That's what I'm gonna stick with that one.
I'm on the fence because I'm saying she's pregnant because I don't understand the reasoning of why she would not be pregnant and make this announcement already. But then I'm also on the other side of, if you want to get under Danny's skin and you want to keep Bill invested, you're gonna say anything. But I'm thinking about the realism of carrying this kind of thing out. But
you think about it, how many soap operas have we watched where they've done the whole fake stomach and all, like carried it all the way to the ends of the earth with it? Like we've seen this happen on every soap opera.
But the person wasn't married to the man she was faking the presence with. You can't fake a belly with your husband. With your boyfriend, maybe that you don't see, but not with your husband. So
I guess she's anticipating getting pregnant soon, hopefully.
If anything, she would have to fake a miscarriage.
Yeah.
That could be the part of the plan.
She may not have thought it out that far. I think she came up with it on the fly. She was upset because she wasn't getting attention on this special dinner. Like she had already pitched a fit about being the second wife.
Yeah. I mean, you might as well be the third daughter if you want to be honest.
I mean, seriously.
Really?
Allie, your mic's muted. I don't know if you realize. She's like me the third daughter, so but still.
She was the third daughter before she was the second wife.
Yep, they took her in. And basically raised her with their kids.
So that's just nasty. That's just awful. But also at the country club on this particular night,
yes, sir.
A young congressman visits
Oh my
a
goodness.
Esquire.
We love Mad Martin.
We love Mad Martin.
And he confronts Bill about speaking to Smitty about whatever secret that they share.
Mm-hmm.
And that interaction, it went a little something like this.
Ah, there's my queen. Hey, baby. Come on. So, Martin was just leaving.
Oh, you don't have to hurry off. Stay and have a drink with us.
No, Martin already gave me his apologies. He has a previous engagement, don't you? You know, it's a shame that he can't stick around for your good news.
Are you going to tell the whole world in one night?
Yeah, why not? I mean, you did catch that earlier, didn't you? About the blessing we're expecting. Isn't it wonderful? Wonderful. Wonderful. You truly are something else. I give you the crown prince of moral bankruptcy. Ladies and gentlemen, come on, take a look. Haley, let me tell you something about your husband. I might have done something terrible one night, something that still haunts me. But this man, this parasite in a suit, used it as a business opportunity.
Martin, mind your surroundings.
Oh, now you're concerned. Now you're circumspect. Why, Bill? Haley, I think your husband is worried about his reputation. Terrified that people will finally see you as the vulture you are.
What is he talking about?
I said, babe, it's just our distinguished congressman having another one of his episodes. Try to ignore him.
What you shouldn't ignore, Haley, is the man you married. The father of your blessing. The great Bill Hamilton. Not only did he leave his long-suffering wife for a younger model, he insisted that she attend their wedding and then moved into the same neighborhood so he could flaunt his side piece in her face on a daily basis.
You need to shut your mouth.
This is a man who manipulates the law to his own end, who profits on other people's pain, and who will sell his soul just to get ahead.
You know, it's unwise to criticize when one's own flaws are so transparent. You're living in a glass house now. You okay, honey?
I think we should go.
Answer him, Haley. Are you okay? You shy? Oh, it's okay. I got it from here. No. The answer is no, Bill. There's no way in hell your wife is okay. And Haley, if I were you, sweetie, I would run far and fast. Because that little child in you, before it's born and turns into an arrogant bastard just like his daddy. So,
That was a
The
very
father
good
of your blessing.
That scene was awesome.
He played that
It's
scene,
real.
boy.
Yes, he did.
If
I
only
just wish it was
real.
real. I just wish it was real.
I wish it was real because, of course,
I was
it
like, he was
all
blabbing
played
a
out
lot from somebody.
in his mind, which hurt my heart because I wanted it to be real. But honestly, he just turned and said congratulations and left. Which, but if only it had gone like this, I think Bill would have known that Martin was not the one to mess with. We already know Martin is
Bill would
not
have stroked
like-
out right there.
Yeah. Because he likes the muscle. He likes to be the one throwing everything around and being the one that's in control and dropping all the hints and all of that. But with that being said, this is we still need to know what happened to Martin and what is his secret. And right now, this is what we know from what we've gotten is it was violent. It happened in one night.
It happened in
that Bill was involved.
with covering
Bill was
something up.
involved in the fact that he said he fixed Martin. I fixed you. And so I'm thinking, well, what does I fixed you mean? But I thought about this in real time, and I don't remember who I was having this conversation with this week. My mom had a really, really violent seizure. And it was so bad with the whole situation, how it went. The doctors gave her some sort of medication that erased her short-term memory. So now, even years later, My mom cannot remember what happened. It's gone. And so she's very upset that that part of her life, that section, she can't account for. And I'm saying it was bad enough you don't want to remember, but she wants to remember because she's like, no, I don't like the fact that someone can medically erase my memory. Now that Bill is saying, I fixed you, did he have someone do something like that to Martin? So that while that Martin is only having stuff in flashes that he's remembering and not a real memory? Like what does that happen? Hey, Marvella. Yeah, either hypnosis or this medicine. Like, what is it that Bill meant by I fixed you?
But if you remember, also in one of the flashbacks, someone said, "Let's see your money talk now," or something like that.
Yeah.
So, and we see like, car lights or flashes. So I think, it could have been like an electro, therapy thing, because a lot of people do that in real life, just to forget something traumatic that's happened.
Yes.
So, he's probably getting, every time he gets angry, because I think he's getting the flashes because of his anger problem. So it kind of like riles him up enough to where he's starting to remember things that happened in his past.
Yeah. I totally agree. So what is it? It's definitely involving a car. Is it a vehicular homicide? Was he a DUI?
That's what
Maybe
I'm thinking.
He killed the whole family because we were thinking that maybe June has something to do with the kids, which I went back and watched. They got these kids when they were small. They've grown up to be teenagers, but they've had them from little people, they said. So, road rage. It could have been road rage.
He definitely has some anger issues.
He has anger issues. But who did he unalive? My fella said
Bill might forget
what happened.
Have a stroke next week. Yeah, he's doing something next week, so
there's something gonna happen. You're right. Wouldn't that solve a whole lot of problems if Bill's memory is messed up?
I'm still feeling like it had something to do with them kids, mama, and that's the June connection. I feel like
he wouldn't have hurt June. He would have hurt June's husband or the kid's father.
Well, I mean, I think it was just that it was an accident. Somebody got hurt, and June I don't know how she got separated, but she went missing some kind of way, and they got
injury as well that prevented her from keeping her children too.
Yeah.
Because Ursula, you said that they had them from little kids. How did you know that?
I went back and watched in my Easter egg segment that I did not get to produce. I will produce next week. They said we got these kids from little people, and now they've grown up, and they are 16 and 17. So they're definitely not twins. Samantha's 16, Tyrell is 17. But they couldn't
have had them, but so long.
It might have been like 6 and 7 or something. That's still
what I'm thinking, probably 6 or 7.
Because in one of the scenes with Samantha and him, or with I think Samantha was talking to actually Kat or Chelsea, and she was saying, she was protective of him and she always had to watch his back because he's so sensitive or something. So they were little, but they already had some trauma happening. So,
right.
Yeah. So they weren't little.
Because they mentioned something about keeping them protected from trauma, period.
Right. So then is it all connected again to Bill and maybe Bill solidified the adoption too with them.
Yeah. And see, when he said fixed you, this was what my take was. It's like, because he's a senator, did he fix everything so that he could come up in the ranks?
He did it. He did his Olivia Pope thing.
Right.
Well, I think that's Vernon did that. I think Vernon has a political influence.
Yeah, but Vernon had on the thing. So what happened?
If he had dirt in his background, Bill fixed it. Think Olivia Pope.
Well, Bill is the one to make things go away. That's what he was saying when I went back to watch. He said, "Oh, I make things go away. That's what I do."
Yeah, I feel like how it's being played out is that Nicole and Ted don't know what happened either.
Yeah.
So it has to, how it's playing out is also that Martin was raised probably by his grandparents or something. It's like something weird like that to me. Like from what I'm seeing, he was raised probably by his grandparents. And then my conspiracy theory is he was probably kidnapped for a certain amount of money. We don't know how old he was, but Vernon is also, involved with that. And so maybe that's part of it.
That is very interesting for the simple fact that when I went back and watched the first couple of episodes, that's all they talked about is protecting Martin at all costs. No matter what we have to do, we have to protect Martin. And it's definitely something only the 3 of them or 4 of them know, because Nicole and Ted are not privy to whatever this information is. So it's something they definitely swooped in to fix.
And that being the case, it had to be before he was married to Smitty, because how would Smitty not know?
Right. Yeah.
Well, yeah, of course. It had to be.
So then that eliminates it being the kids.
Well, yeah, because I'm assuming he was married to Smitty for a while before they decided to get the kids. So
right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah,
but I also like what you said earlier, though, Alan, when we were talking. You said something about Vernon wanting Anita out of the way so that he could do certain things. And I'm thinking he's trying to clean up Martin, because for the simple fact that if you noticed in that video, there's someone we know, Jason, he's watching Martin. And
but Anita knows what happened to Martin, though.
He does, but what I'm saying is trying to make it go away permanently now. I don't think Anita is privy to what Vernon is doing, because remember, he's always talking off in the shadows on the phone. He's not telling anybody who he's talking to. And he's trying to get rid of Anita with this tour, as Allie pointed out. He wants to handle this problem on his own.
Yeah.
And this guy is following Martin. And I remember I mentioned last week, I think that Vernon, he was the one on the other end of the phone call that said, "Get here." And I think he's telling Martin, because he was telling him and Vernon that day, but now we see it's more so Martin. And he's on the phone talking. And also notice, as Anita is at the house with Tracy or whatever, Vernon left. Oh, I'm going to Orphe Jeans. I'm going to get hush puppies. I'm going to get this. So Vernon is conveniently not in her presence. And this guy was on the phone disappearing a lot.
Yeah. As if they don't have somebody who can go get Orphe Jeans for them.
Right.
And they have a chef.
Thank you. So I think this guy is reporting to Vernon.
Do you think he's sort of working with Smitty as well, as far as like reporting?
He could be that too.
Yeah.
But how would he? Well, he's in a uniform. I'm going to say, how would he get in Fairmont Crest? But Leslie got in the country club. So.
I was about to say, security sucks. That's how.
Security sucks around this joint. So yeah, he can get in. Security around here sucks.
In the hospital, at the gate, at the houses, it's a mess.
The hotel.
They all need to be fired.
That's just it. So that's what we know right now with Martin. So listen, guys, if you all have any more theories as to what is happening with Martin, and I know we keep talking about this, but put it in the comments what y'all think. Maybe it's something that we're missing. If you have a different perspective from what we have, put it in the comments so that we can think about something else. Oh, okay. I see Marvella saying who was kidnapped.
Yeah.
Now, we have a young lady who is doing her due diligence, and she really needs to get on the Martin thing, because she's the one, Miss Cat, is getting to the bottom of this Laura mystery.
She sure is. She cracking every single shit, like everything.
Inspector Gadget.
Yes. She is doing her thing, okay? So now let's get into what we know. This is what we know, what Kat has been able to find. She has somehow mysteriously, this is why I say security sucks. because she had to talk to security to tell them to watch out for Laura's room. But also, Andre was able to get security footage from security. They're not supposed to be turning that kind of stuff over.
Right.
Andre is supposed to take his own B-roll footage. He's not supposed to be getting it from security. But security has once again turned over something and done something that they should not have. Basically, for the HIPAA laws, I mean, it's a hospital. Let's talk about that. But they give Andre the footage for him to use in the B-roll for the whole thing. That's cute. And now he's able to date and timestamp somebody going into Laura's room the night that she had the heart attack, her potassium strike. How they remember the date all of a sudden, I don't know. But they remember the date, and Andre has the footage. So now Kat has gotten a taped confession from Leslie, but Leslie was trying to implicate Eva. She has gotten the security footage. She's walked in on Leslie in Laura's room. And now, today, she happened to put on the jacket that Leslie wore.
I know. There's so much coincidences up in here.
What a coincidence. Oh my, what's that in my pocket?
Right. Like, how is Leslie so sloppy that she leaving all these receipts in the pocket of the jacket? She getting away.
Look, talk about having receipts, right?
Right. Yeah.
For real receipts.
Literally having receipts.
Literally. And my thing right this, Mona, you had one job to do.
Mona's slack. You're fired. You brought her into our life, Mona, number one. Yep. And number two, you had a chance to fix it and you didn't.
You didn't. Mona, you were on the block this week for
Mona said she wasn't gonna lie on her oath.
I understand that she got God. And the God told her to make sure that she tells
God gave her an opportunity to fix it.
The person that can fix it is Shanice. If Shanice sees her, she'll be like, "Oh, that's the one that was basically in her chart. That's who we need. The next piece is."
They
Shanice.
did. They said, didn't they say today when Mona and Kat were investigating? They said we needed a witness who can place her there on that day.
They did, but see, my thing is, Kat is thinking of everything. Why she didn't show a picture to Shanice? To Shanice, is this the person you saw?
Yeah,
and I think they covered Laura getting the potassium by like saying that Ashley did it or she was in the room or something too. I think that was in a previous episode.
Yeah.
So people didn't know that DSL snuck in. So
so we can just fire Ashley and get rid of her altogether then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Marvella, they were saying that maybe in Martin's story that he may have been kidnapped for ransom for a time and they had to get him back in his younger days. And maybe that's part of the whole.
That was just one of the theories.
Trauma. That's just one of the things. So that's nobody was actually kidnapped that we know of just yet. So that's what's going on. But
based on the flashbacks.
Kat is I mean, she's doing the most, but she finding more than Jacob. Jacob's so laid back. He act like he don't care about poor Laura. And what happened? He's just trying to stay out of.
Jacob said he is holding it down for the entire Fairmont Crest Police Department.
I know. He's the only cop in town.
I think Jacob is treading lightly because this is family, and he doesn't want it to go south because of what happened before. Right. He's trying to make sure him and Naomi stay good. So I think that's why he's trying to, because they're trying to say, okay, he wants to make sure that it's not because of family that they're trying to pin everything on this person because she hurt his mother-in-law. No, not mother-in-law. Great aunt.
Aunt-in-law.
His grand aunt.
His what?
His aunt. His grand aunt.
Grand aunt. How's that his grand aunt?
That's not his. That's not
his
aunt.
Aunt-in-law.
Okay, grand aunt-in-law then. Aunt-in-law. Same difference. He's trying to keep family together. So he's want to make sure because it's family. But Mona, I mean.
And she had the nerve to yell at Kat this week.
Yes.
Too, so.
Yes, she did that. Like,
what you brought
ma'am,
me down here for? You could have talked to this to me.
what do
tomorrow.
you have to do? You have nothing to do.
And that's what I said in the group. She don't have anything to do. You choir rehearsal was yesterday.
Choir rehearsal? No, you didn't.
Mm-hmm.
No, seriously. No, I take that back. Choir rehearsal is on Mondays. We have to figure out what day this is, but choir
We have
rehearsal is
rehearsal on
Monday.
Thursdays when I was on
we
the
have
choir.
rehearsal on Thursday.
Mona's
Wednesday.
is on Monday because I went back and I watched it because that's how Leslie knew. That's how Leslie knew.
Okay.
Look,
Choir rehearsal was on Monday.
That is how Leslie knew when to run that girl over because Mona said, I'm going to have her out of here by 7. I'm on my way to choir rehearsal and she's going to leave by 7 o'clock. I have her out. We're going to be going because I got choir rehearsal. And then that's what Leslie said. Oh, okay, 7 o'clock. She was like, yeah, I'll meet you at the church. Choir rehearsal is on Monday night.
Girl, do that review, girl. Do that review.
All right, Inspector Gadget.
Inspector Gadget over here too. Oh my god.
That's how I spent my weekend. I'm telling you. So I said, oh, no. So she Mona, she didn't have nothing to do but sit there and look at this thing. And she knew to my everything in my body says it's her, but I just
Didn't
can't
say it's her.
Yeah, exactly.
All you had to say was, it does kind of look like her, and just let it be there.
And leave it there.
All that extra was unnecessary.
Right. Who is that?
But then it's like,
oh, so what's up, bro? What's up? I can see you are what?
I think that's a bot or something.
Okay, yeah.
You sent it to the wrong group.
Thank you so much for joining us, and we appreciate your comment. However, we are growing our audience naturally, and
He said, "Add him on Discord." No, thank you. Bye
we're
bye.
doing good. Thank you so much for joining us, though. We really appreciate you. I don't know how to
Delete.
it. I don't know how to delete it.
I'll work on that.
Me too. It's not allowing me to. But thank you so much for coming in on the live. We appreciate you. So yeah. So Kat, she's doing her due diligence. I appreciate what she's got going on, and keep it up because you are doing better than all of Maryland right now, and doing this done. Okay, and with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are at our church announcement. Hallelujah. All right, Allie, take it away.
Thank you so much. So good evening, Fairmont Crest CME Church. Our announcements today are sponsored by the law offices of Naomi Hamilton Hawthorne, Esquire, where our slogan is, Haley, we don't care. So our first announcement is do not click on any links or purchase any merch not promoted or posted by an admin or moderator. Our admins and moderator are Ursula, Angela, and Keisha, as we have scammers out and about.
Mm-hmm.
Garland General Hospital will be hosting a job fair on June 2nd. They are specifically looking for nurses for after-hour shifts and security guards for all shifts.
Yes.
A $10,000 signing bonus will be given to all security experience.
Yes.
Look, I need that security bonus.
On behalf of Sister Anastasia, Fairmont Crest Country Club asks that you take any private conversations out to the lobby or to the parking lot, as it is disturbing our patrons. You never know who will be hearing you.
Yes.
In honor of Juneteenth, we are offering one free slot for Black and Brown small business owners. Commercial spot must already be produced 60 seconds or less. Please DM us to be included. And Sister Laura Peterson asked for prayers for her boyfriend as his flight home from Jamaica has been delayed several weeks.
I mean, he just disappeared. Just don't even show up.
Sister Catherine Richardson is hosting her true crime podcast release party on June 15th at Orphe Jeans. And we do have a late ad on behalf of the law offices of Naomi Hamilton Hawthorne Esquire. We would like Haley Lawson to know that she still does not care. And we would like you to stop sending friendship baskets to our office.
Oh, yes.
Very good. Love it.
Well,
We love it.
Those announcements. And just to piggyback on to, do not click any links that don't come from myself, Keisha, or Angela, because we have people in there trying to sell y'all t-shirts. Don't buy any t-shirts for any reunion or anything. There's nothing like that going on. When we have a reunion and we have a retreat, it will come from us. If it does not come from us, do not click that link. There are scammers, there are bots that are trying to take your money. Do not. Also, please, people, if you see any scammers or anyone that's just posting random spam and we haven't caught it, please send us a DM. Let us know. I think, Marvella, you've been really good about that, flagging stuff and sending me a DM about what's going on. We want to keep our group clean. Also, again, if you are a small business owner of the Black and Brown persuasion, we want you to send us a message because we will give you a free commercial spot during our podcast this month in order of Juneteenth. We take care of our own over here and we promote small businesses, Black and Brown. So if that is you or you know someone, have them hit us up and they can send a 60-second spot, but it has to already be produced. I'm not putting any together. Send me the spot and we'll put you on. And also, Haley, please stop sending the baskets.
Excuse me. I'm sorry.
Because
I'm sorry to bother you.
We are tired of the friendship baskets being sent to the office.
I'm going to the store.
Oh, sorry, y'all. My husband just stopped and interrupted me to tell me he was going to the store to pick up some Tide. Can you get the one with the Oxy Boost?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And some Dawn too.
And some Dawn. Yeah, we're almost out of Dawn. Yeah. Thank you so much. Okay. Yeah, I'm good on Febreze. Thank you, baby. He came up and it was like, excuse me, what's that?
I was like, I still got a good can.
Oh my gosh.
I have Febreze in spirit.
But okay, so listen, Allie, it has been such a pleasure you joining us tonight.
Yes,
we
Allie.
thoroughly enjoyed getting to know you and you coming into the show. And again, if you want to be in Allie's spot, you have to become Gatekeeper of the Week. And how do you do that? You're going to engage, you're going to post, you're going to chat, you're going to do all things behind the gates with us. And you can be chosen to be the Gatekeeper of the Week, and then you will take this spot on the following week. So y'all keep it up. But thank you so much, Allie, for joining us.
Yes, Allie, we love it. We enjoyed the announcement.
Good.
I really enjoyed being on here, so hopefully I can come back.
Yes, absolutely. We would love to have you back. And with that, we are going to take a commercial break.
Yeah. When I finish with you, 23-hour lockdown. Very good. Oh, yeah. Hi, how you doing? How are you?
Best empanadas.
Oh yeah? Yeah. so my horizontal line is a little off. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold tight.
All right. Again, thank you so much for sitting in with us, Allie. You did a great job, and the experiment was a wonderful thing. The experiment worked, so I guess the next gatekeeper get to come. Okay, y'all put in the comments. I saw Allie put in one answer for the trivia. So y'all go ahead and put in the comments, and they come in. Angela, go ahead and star them so we know for later with the trivia questions. Okay, and now we're at part of the time. So listen, gatekeepers, go ahead and put your votes in now for who you think should be kicked out of the gates and why. Keisha has the poll up in the group. So Keisha, if you want to read over what you already have there, so that the people can go and vote. And you can also put it in the comments here if you want to add who you think should be kicked out of the gates this week and why.
So currently we have security back on the block again. This is becoming quite redundant. Haley, because you're being real extra. Yeah. Bill, go to the doctor, fool.
Please do. I mean, just go.
Leslie, I don't even need no explanation needed there. Anita, well, like, what are you hiding, ma'am? What's really going on? What did you do to these women? Mona, you had one job. Just one. Joey, I'm not even gonna go into any detail because we're gonna discuss it later. But Joey, you was wrong. You was wrong. You was wrong. That was dirty. That was petty. That was messy as hell. What you had did to that man's wife after you invited him to that casino. Yes. Messy. Yes. So that's what we have currently. Cast your votes. We'll come back later and get somebody out of here.
Yes. Thank you. And now let's talk about Madam Leslie, since we're talking about Leslie. She took herself down to Ted's hotel room this week, y'all. And she went in there and wanted to talk about co-parenting of evil. This 20-something-year-old woman needs both her parents, and she wanted to talk to him, and she made him a beer, asked for a tonic. She got the coughing real bad. She just really wanted to spend some time in Ted's presence, and he really was not here for it at all. He wasn't here for it.
He sat there on the couch with her. I'm like, he would just had to. I would have left her in the hallway.
She wouldn't say what she had to say until he sat down. I would have sat on that chair opposite her.
I honestly think that he is really enjoying being this new attention that he's got here in the gates.
I don't think so.
But I think that he playing it a little too soft.
I think he's playing it soft. I don't think he's necessarily enjoying it because I think this woman has truly uprooted his entire life. So he can't possibly find any kind of enjoyment in her. But I do think he's definitely being very soft.
He's being too nice about the whole. Yeah, he is. He's too nice.
Like, I get it.
Situation. Like, get angry already.
Yeah, where's the anger? Where's the
or anything like that? But
she has shown up to my hotel room one time too many. Where is the restraining order?
Exactly. Yes. Bill did one, and you didn't get one for yourself. He still hasn't.
Exactly, Marvella. Why is he letting her in? He should have slammed the door in the face. And I understand she tried to scream and say and tell everybody to blackmail him, but
I the jacket on too long.
Good call, Allie. I agree.
Yeah,
to the block because she kept the jacket on too long because we needed it.
Thank you. She got her DNA.
Yeah. Ted had the opportunity to man up and he didn't put Leslie out. Exactly, Miss Lillian. He did not put her out. And he messed around and let Kat walk in on them. And she really played it up at this point. She kept pushing up on him.
And touching on him and everything. Yes.
Like, you really went cray-cray at this point, chick, because and the fact that he was touching her, she really wanted to be like they was in an embrace or whatnot. I'm like, girl, cut it out. All right.
Like,
stop
she is so dramatic.
Yes, I'm like, cut it out.
Exactly, Marbella. Talk to her in the hallway. You do not need to come in my room.
Public. That's why I said I wouldn't have closed the door. I'm like, if you're gonna bring her in there,
that's fine. We can go downstairs to the bar and have this conversation. We don't need to have it in my room.
Exactly.
We need to have it in front of a camera. That's what I need.
That part. Matter of fact, let me call my wife over here and we can all have it together.
We'll have a good conversation. Yep.
She was in that room way too long.
Way too long. Yep.
She had to be in there in about 30 minutes of their time. She was up in there talking, which is way too late.
Because if we talking about co-parenting, then her stepmama need to be here too.
Yes.
Stepmama /grandma
in the group.
Exactly.
Everybody need to be in because he just aggravates me that he's not stepping up enough. He just I'm like, you got to do something, and got her a drink. Yes, Allie. I'm like, you making her too comfortable. I'm like,
Andre had to tell him to make an effort with his wife. That is my problem. Like, why? Why did somebody have to tell you that?
I think that Ted got so wrapped up in all of the drama of the situation and the hurt of it. He's just trying to find his way out of it, but he took the wrong route of finding his way out of it. And now I guess you've gotten your heart and mind comfortable now at seeing Dana every time you turn around, like, okay, now I guess she's just gonna be a regular part of my life. And we gotta we gotta remember this is his fault for going over and asking, did she want to come to lunch? So he opened the door and extended that olive branch of that maybe we could have a friendship where Eva's sake is. So that's why she came to him on the Eva tip.
No, she was going to come to him regardless, but
she was going to, but she used that as her end, is what I'm saying. Because
she thought he opened the window to where she thought that, this might be my way in.
Exactly. That if I come to him talking about Eva, he's gonna let me in because he came to me about her birthday party. So
Eva asked me if we're gonna get back together. Like, Eva is 10 years old.
Exactly.
Eva ain't asked you no such a lie. Eva told you you're delusional.
She said you will never, ever, never, ever.
That is not what Eva said. And when you call and talk to Eva about her feelings, she will let you know that.
She will let you know that I'm not here for none of that. But let alone, we already know she crazy. But you want to know who else is crazy? This chick right here.
Ooh. Yes, sir.
I can look at her and tell she done had a hard life. Now, at least Tracy was down to the church singing God Got to Tell You Something when they broke up, okay?
Look like she been hitting that pipe.
She been doing some stuff. Hezekiah, yeah, Ted should have left that door open. He really should have, but he did not. And that's where he messed up. He should have left it open. He shouldn't have let her in there to begin with. He should have took her to the hotel lobby. They could have sat out there with all the cameras and security and had that conversation.
That's what I said. Out in the lobby, basically got all the cameras out there. Basically, that way nothing is construed the wrong way.
Exactly. Witnesses everywhere.
Exactly. But here, Miss Thing right here. Now, let me tell you something. I got a problem.
You know she ain't got no money, so she's not on cocaine. She looked like she's been hitting that crack pipe. I'm just saying. I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
She looked like she had a hard life. But my point is this. You knew why you here. You knew when you got on that plane what you was coming for. Why you coming here with all this attitude and you ain't want to this and you don't want to talk and now you don't want to go to the house. You want to go to Orphy Jeans. You want somebody to
I don't think she wanted to go. I think it was what you call it that basically said she was like, well, it's a nice place. Because I don't think she planned that. I think
no, she said what's her name? I can't think of her name now. What's your name? The other girl. Tracy said that Sharon looked up Orphy Jeans and saw the reviews and wanted to go there.
But I don't know if that's true. She came in there and she was like, oh, well, this is a nice place. It looks okay. So when she came in and she was like, see, I told you, come sit over here. And all our stuff that she did the reviews, why didn't she know that their music is playing? I mean, that they had the little jukeboxes and things. I'm like, I think she got her there.
My point is, why you coming with so much attitude? When you got on the plane, you knew who you was coming to see. And if you were not willing to let bygones be bygones, what you show up with all this for? You could have said no on the phone, I'm not coming, and saved all this other foolishness. But no, you come with attitude, like you ready to go over there and blow Anita's spot up. And I don't appreciate it. But I also don't appreciate how Anita is so get over whatever it is. Like, I really can't wait to see what this is. I really want to hear what y'all think. Put in the comments what y'all think is the issue. I'm saying it has something to do with Dante Green. I think he's in the middle of all of it. And Vernon. She said she had to say, oh, the queen got this done for how much? Yeah. Yes. She threw that shade all over Anita. And that's what made me mad at when I was watching. I said, now see, because you jealous. You showing your jealousy and envy all over you. Talking about queen this and queen that. You also could have reached out to Anita, and I agree with Angela. Anita could have reached back also. She was wrong, but y'all were sisters. You could have reached back out to Anita and say, hey, we need some help out here. Did you forget your sisters? That's what I want to know as a kid. I can't wait to see who they cast Dante is. Who is that?
Yes.
I need to cast Jamie Foxx.
Oh my God, that's crazy. She sure is what, Chris Lowe?
Yep,
she hateful. She definitely hateful. She hateful and she's spiteful. You can look at her face and she came to bring the drama.
With that terrible wig on, straight out of Leslie's
wigs. Yep.
You said straight out of Leslie's batch. Yes.
Yeah, she got out of Leslie's trash can. She was done with that one.
She was done.
She only looked like she brushed it after she pulled out the trash can.
She just shook it, put it on. That's what you do. You got take it, put it on.
Good old Dante. Yeah, Dante. Dream Girls.
And I wonder if what's the guy's name that we were talking about? That was it Dante? No, it's not Dante.
Who?
From the not Dream Girls, Lord. Zakia, you messed me up just now. The
Articulates?
No, the one that they're saying caused all the issues.
Dante, that's his name.
It is Dante. I don't know why I thought it was something else.
No, it's Dante.
It's Dante.
But I wonder if they're good. Yeah, like you said, who are they going to use? If he's going to be back in the picture or is he dead? I'm wondering. Yeah, but This
they would have said
conspiracy
God
has
rest
something
his
to do with
soul,
him.
but Chris, you wrong for them TP wigs.
What do you say?
He said to get Tyler Perry
Classic wigs.
Not this.
Look here.
Oh,
I'm so interested in the story, and I put in the group. I don't know if y'all watched the article that she wrote. She said, Anita, this is Tamara Tooney. She said when they did not tell her what the secret was, and when they gave her the script, she did not read it until the night before they taped it because she wanted all of her emotion about it to be super real and to feel in the moment whatever Anita's secret was. And she said when she read it the night before, she sat and she cried. So she had to take all of the emotion to set with her the next day to actually film the scenes. So at this point in the game, she don't even know what the secret is. But so it's something big. And when she was saying that, I'm like, oh, well then if it's that all of that, what is it?
What could it be that made her cry?
I'm wondering if she left her. I was still thinking somebody got sexually assaulted or something. I mean, I hate that, but I'm thinking something happened between the three of them to split them up. But I don't see what that has to do with her yet. So I don't know. I'm fishing with that one, but it's big because she is pissed. And for them to be for that estranged for that many years, it is something big. So
and Marvella says it's got sex money all over, like Eddie Murphy.
Sex money, all over.
Like Eddie Murphy.
Alice said, I think so too. Yeah.
It's again. So here's what we know. We know that it has something to do with Vernon because Sharon liked Vernon first. So we know that. We also know that Anita wanted to be solo. Well, Dante approached Anita.
Yeah, he pushed her out to be in solo.
And she went. And we also know she hadn't seen them since. So
that's what I think, Allie. That makes sense. Because Anita would not walk out on a child. But if she ended up stuck with his child and he left with Anita, then that would make her bitter.
That would cause a rift there.
That's a good theory.
But if Vernon had a child, I can't see her leaving Vernon's child either.
I don't think that means Vernon's child.
Maybe it was a child with Dante, and Dante left with her.
Allie's saying that maybe Sharon's the one who had the child by Dante, and Dante left to go launch Anita's career. Anita. So she basically she's Effie.
Yeah.
I told y'all they watched Dreamgirls one time too many when they was writing the script.
I think so. But here's the thing. It's like, so. But why is she so distasteful for Vernon? Is it just because she liked him first?
Mm.
Vernon is mixed up in this some kind of way because she was like,
I don't know about that one, Zakia, either.
She was like,
So, we got to wait till next week. And hopefully it'll come on Monday, but probably not.
He could have gotten knocked up by Vernon, and Vernon don't know about it. But we just did that. They can't do that again.
Yes, he
Vernon
did.
Might not know of the child, or maybe that's the thing that Vernon stopped paying. Oh, okay, Allie. And the new Ted played Effie's brother in the movie. Yep, he did.
Vernon is calm too, yes, but I don't see that Vernon being that riled up about anything. He always just kind of like, okay, y'all work it out. Y'all hands work it out. Because obviously I think Vernon, she keep telling Vernon, you don't know who I was back then. But I think when he met her, she was still part of the ticket. So he had to know how they left.
Yeah, but just because you know somebody don't mean you know somebody. He could have been pursuing her, but he didn't know her. You know, when you first dating somebody, they don't know everything. They know what you want them to know.
Because like she told Vernon, she said, "You don't know what I was like back then."
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, what were you like exactly? What did you do?
We definitely don't think it's Vernon's child, Chris. Though we think maybe
I think it might be Dante's. Yeah, but I'm still thinking
because
the essay.
If Vernon had an affair with either Sharon or Tracy, he wouldn't be pushing for the reunion. And like Ali said earlier,
he wouldn't be so nonchalant about trying to bring them together.
Right.
Exactly. And he wants her to go on tour that way he can do what he need to do. So Vernon got his own dirt. Why he want her out of the way? Because I said one night only. And now Vernon planting the reunion tour in her head, the concert and the tour, which means, yes, he trying to get rid of her for whatever he got going on or whatever Vernon trying to do. But what is Tracy's problem with Anita and Vernon both? Or is it just jealousy that Vernon married Anita and now Anita has this life that she wanted because she was feeling Vernon first?
Yeah, I think that might be her beef with Vernon, and say he chose Anita.
Mm-hmm.
She feels like everybody chooses Anita.
I said that too, Zakia. I don't know where Dante is. I'm wondering if they're going to cast him or if he's still alive. Is he dead? What is the deal?
Well, hopefully they'll cast him. They won't let this gem. That they won't let this gem go in the trash and not cast him.
Don't get it lost with the wedding gift.
Yeah, and what else? Something else was missing. What else was missing?
Oh God!
What else was missing? It was the wedding present and something else.
But that wedding gift was definitely still at large.
Still MIA. Yep.
Yes. Now, in DC, we got the young lady. She comes over to visit Tyrell, our favorite nephew.
Jessica.
Jessica comes and she visits Tyrell, and they, doing, and Samantha, she's the orchestrator of a lot of this too. I think Samantha is like really standing Jessica for whatever reason. I guess.
Well, and she wants her brother to break out of his shell and have a life outside of the chess club.
I guess, but they get to the point where they're in close proximity and they share a kiss. Oh, so loving and sweet.
Mm-hmm.
But then Jessica, all of a sudden, not Jessica, Tyrell, all of a sudden is like, wait a minute, this can't be real. There's no way you actually like me like that. And he completely goes off on Jessica. Now, I've had my suspicions about her from the beginning. I said this. I said, don't trust this girl. And I'm just curious, what y'all are thinking about this, because I'm like,
I think he's flipped, but I
think he's overreacting. I think he's paranoid. I don't think that girl up to anything.
I don't think so either.
I think so. Her timing was just not right.
And that's the storyline nobody don't want to hear about. We don't care about them.
She came on too strong.
We don't care about teen drama. That's not this audience.
You rather hear about this story than Dashley.
Yeah, you don't hear about Dashley. She don't like them.
I already told y'all we need to fire Ashley from the hospital because she was responsible some kind of way for Laura. Just go on and fire her. Let her go get a job at some other hospital in some other town on some other story. Put her on Bold and the Beautiful, Young and the Restless. Anywhere else. Crest. And take her boring fireman boyfriend with her.
Zakia, it is weird. This relationship is weird. How all of a sudden, just because now you are interested in him, it's something about this is just not sitting well with me. And they're not going to put it in here for a reason, just to give him a love interest. I think she has an angle, which is why she got so upset. Like, man, I might be busted. I hope she's not a bully either, but I think she has something to do with what happened with Tyrell, and I think now either she tried to go out of her way to fix it or she adding to insult to injury. It's something up.
I feel like you watched too many John Hughes films.
Nah, maybe so, but something up.
I'm over Ashley and the white boy.
You watched way too much.
Me too, Zakia. Me too. But listen, I need her to stay with the white boy because she needs to leave our man alone, okay?
Oh gosh. Now, but
oh yeah, that wine bottle, yes.
Oh, that's what it was. Thank you, the wine. Yes, Allie. Thank you.
Yeah. Now, speaking of Dashley, what's going on with them now? Are we friends? Are we not? We decided that we're not going to live together because that just doesn't work. But Ashley's saying, well, there goes the husband and the 2.5 kids and the dog.
But he said we can still have all that. Now, how? I don't know.
Figure
that out on Bold and the Beautiful.
Figure that out.
Figure that out when you move to Genoa City.
But my part is this. They're not going to make it because you know why? Derek is resentful. Derek threw so much shade at her at this table. The clean apartment or I have to make sure everything's neat and tidy. I mean, she was like, okay, that's the second time. If you want to just say I'm a neat freak, then just say that.
You a neat freak.
You are obsessive. And you could tell in the way he was throwing those little digs in there, he really didn't appreciate the way she acted when he moved in.
I didn't either because she overreacted and she acted like a child, a spoiled child. She didn't act like an adult.
Exactly.
He is insecure, but she is immature.
Yes. Because he was trying to work with her. He really was. And I'm like, I mean, we all have had boyfriends and everything and husbands, and it is what it is, but you can't expect them to be totally like you. That's just not going to happen.
And you can't expect to go into that situation and everything to be like it was before. Right. And not make any compromises.
I'm like,
you can't go from I'm single totally. And this is how everything is in my single life to now you're here and everything's still going to be how it is in my single life because that's the way I want it. That's not how relationships work.
But I will say this. I will say this in Ashley's defense, and I don't come to her defense often because, like you said, I agree with 100% with everything y'all just said. But Derek, as we said a couple of weeks ago, he came about this into this situation all wrong.
He did.
You did not come on the romantic tip. You came that I got to leave my roommates and I need somewhere to crash. So I'm really just going to come in on top of you and invade your space because I have nowhere else to go. It wasn't the fact that, oh, we love each other and we're going to do this and this and that. And I just this and that. Because if she would have been so swept up in the love and the romance, she would have got over the other stuff. But she saw him coming as an inconvenience already because of the way he presented the idea.
Yeah, he didn't present it properly. It should have been like, baby, I'm ready to take our relationship to the next level. I want us to get to the point where we can, we can get married and have the house and the dog and the 2.5 kids. So let's move in together so we can take that next step. He should have went there as opposed to, I need a place to stay. I'm coming to stay with you. Okay.
Because you got a studio apartment. It's like, how else did you think that was going to work? That's tight. That's really, really tight. So you need to introduce the apartment or a house or renting something else.
That should have been in the initial proposal.
The first thing. But Angela, also on the flip side of this coin, I think Derek is very smart. And the reason I say that is you remember my aunt told you and I two things about relationships. One, my aunt, this is my aunt's words, not mine.
Yeah.
She said the men never mature past the age of 21. Even if they're 72, they're mentally, they're only 21. They're going to never get past 21.
I thought she said 16, actually.
She said most of them live around 16, but they'll never get past 21. And the second thing she said is when you stop going with them, they start going with you. So here we are, Derek giving her the key back. He moved out. He did all this other stuff. And she's like, well, wait a minute. We're still emergency contact close, right? You can still keep the key. You don't have to run away. So now she's got something she can chase.
Yeah.
Now she has a project, which is going to turn her attention to
making on that project while we fix the other project, okay?
I believe this keeps on going and she doesn't respond to him. Yeah, I believe that could make her a little crazy.
But I think that she is responding to him because she want to make sure he keep the key. Come on over by the house, like don't leave me.
You don't like what you don't miss what you got until it's gone.
Okay,
right, and he's leaving.
This is my theory, and I think I told you this, Ursula, because we are in soap opera land, and this is how soap opera land works. And life, really, just like you said, you stop going with him, he stopped. All that type mentality plays into this theory. I think, God willing, Dandre gets it together. Okay. They hot and heavy. The world now knows about Dandre. At that point, Dashley breaks up, and Ashley realizes, oh, let me go try and holler at Andre again. Oh, he's involved with Danny now. So that creates more of the dramatic story of, okay, he did he wanted you, you had your man. Now that he got his woman, now you want him. And if that's the way it goes, Andre, I need you to hold on.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Is Andre?
I need you to stay true to your woman.
Is Andre strong enough to turn Ashley down?
I think he is.
I think so.
The Andre that we heard today, and hold on, because I even recorded it on my phone.
But he turns into somebody else around her.
Yeah, the Andre that we heard, but this man that we heard today, he know what he wants.
I'm talking about Derek can become a mental case. Oh
yeah, Derek can, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think Ashley is going to follow him. Now that he's pulling back, she's going to chase him. Danielle is about that life. Yeah, Danny is about that life. She definitely is Sakia. Danielle's about that life. And I think that if she's still threatened,
she will attack.
Oh, hey, Keisha is playing today. Go ahead.
It's not ours. Exactly. Now, aren't giving you the chapter and verse on the rest, unless hearing it, you'll maintain a mind. No.
Hear that music?
First started, I thought I was having some interlude with a hot former mom. But it was sexual benefits, friendship, deep conversations. She's a woman who brings up my protective instincts, you know. She challenged by a deeper sense of myself.
He makes him challenge every part of himself. Listen, Danielle, government name. Danielle, go get your man, girl.
We're not there yet. We're not there yet.
We're not right there is ready. Get your man so that when Dashley falls apart, she don't have a case.
You are secure. She don't have a chance.
Because listen, I think I'm looking at our comment section, the demographic for the show, it's represented. None of us want that relationship, okay? None of us.
Yes.
Yeah, because everybody is.
I had an altercation with someone in another group about this whole triangle, and she tried to argue me down that he's in love with Ashley and he's a struggling photographer and he can't do anything for Danny. And no, he's not successful. They never said that. Oh, but I had that recorded too. And when I find him, I'll replay it all. None of us want that. Karen is the only one who wants that relationship. Karen is not your target audience.
Marvella said Danny will be down at the hospital front. Yes, she sure will be down there.
She sure will. Danny is about that life. Ask Haley how that hand felt in that face at that country club.
Yes, how that feels.
She ain't getting another man taken away from her. Nuh-uh.
Okay. And definitely not from you.
No.
You don't want that.
They are each other's therapists, and that's good.
Exactly. Yep. You don't want that, Ashley. Catch the next bus to Genoa City.
Girl.
Happening. Let's go cross.
Oh, Lord, child.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, Lord.
Let's go over here for a second.
The scene that we never needed and definitely never wanted to see.
Is she okay? It is way past attention starved at this point. Okay.
Yes, around the world.
Vanessa is a nympho for one, but she loves attention. She's
I think
another
she
one that loves
likes
attention.
that edge of
him.
She likes the bad of Joey, the power and the rough edge and that danger that comes with Joey. She likes intrigue because she was all over Doug when Doug took her to that hotel and slung her up against that wall. She was about it.
She liked the power. Everybody liked the flip. What I tell y'all last week about the flip?
Yep, that flip.
The flip.
She likes the flip. Is there one woman in this chat who will say they don't like a good flip?
Good flip. Nope. Everybody like a good flip.
Not me.
Everybody like a good flip. Doug, your hand is healed. You better go flip it. Smack it up, flip it, rub it down, and BBD said it.
Vanessa's a hoe, Zakia said.
Now here's the problem.
She is Zakia. Yes, she is.
But again, I have a problem because on the other side of that door looking is Doug. And why are you watching your wife and him up on your wife like that? Because this is right before he puts everybody out of the room. So you all can already see how she looking at him, he looking at her. That's your wife. You so busy trying to hide this gambling problem, which we told you weeks ago, and Nicole told you. Tell Vanessa about your gambling problem.
Listen, I don't care what's going on. I don't care if y'all got an arrangement, a situationship, whatever it is. If you standing outside that door and you see this going down, as her husband, it is your job to bust in there, break that up, and take
hey,
the
honey,
wife home.
What you doing? Yeah.
Like
Look
what?
At Look at this.
You turn around and leave and go drinking all sad and what? This man has told you his motive is to steal your wife if you don't pay up.
Yep.
And you just gonna let it happen.
Exactly what he gonna do?
Doug
He's already got it. He did it today.
He is so weak.
He is very weak. He is that. He is weak and he is a coward. Because
He is a sorry excuse for a black man.
If you worried about losing your wife, if you're worried about losing your wife, you're gonna lose her one way or the other. Either it's gonna be this way, or she gonna leave you because of the gambling. But y'all might can work the gambling out. But if Joey put it down enough the way that he act like he was putting it down yesterday, she might just leave, walk out, period.
What if he thinks this pays for some of his debt? That would be sad. We'll hope not.
He knows who he married, but dang, she doesn't know the truth behind that. Like, he should have never let that go down. I'm sorry.
Are you that selfish that you will pimp your wife out to pay for your debt?
I don't think he is. I think he's just afraid.
He's still going to owe the money. Just Joey just got him under a rock.
Is he thinking that Vanessa sleeping with him was going to buy him some time?
Joey don't want the money though. Joey don't want the money. He wants Vanessa and what she can do for him.
That's the point. So, but the thing is, you are allowing this to happen. You just casually speaking to Vanessa is not stopping this situation. So, are you?
She said she wasn't going to leave. She said, "I won't leave." She said she already said that. I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, he is afraid.
How we do.
He's definitely afraid. But my point is, are you hoping that your wife is doing the do enough to buy you some time? That's just, I can't, no. What kind of man are you, Doug? I have a problem with you. That's why we put you out last week. I got a problem because that's your wife. If you don't want her no more and y'all not in the sanctity of this marriage, then get a divorce. But do not play around like this. This is marriage. And I have a problem with all of it. I do. I really do. I don't want to say a word, but that's good. No, he is. And you know what? Exactly, Allie. Where the kids at? They should be on.
Yes, can the kids please come home and fix this?
It's about time for summer
kids
school.
on their own. They got their own thing going on.
They're in college. It's time for summer break. We all went home on summer break.
They got jobs.
Angela, stop it. You don't go.
I'm just saying those kids are not coming home right now. I don't think they are. That's what I'm saying. They're not coming into the script.
They're not coming home because they're not casted yet. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
Maybe. But speaking of men,
hold on. Why does he look like Carlton Banks right here?
Yeah, He did, because when he first came on, I was like, "Is that Carlton?" I'm like,
"Oh,
like
God,
that or something." He cheesing, so yeah. I'm like, "Ooh."
Pamela know good and well her friend is not interested in this guy.
he has zero swag. He is swagless.
He is swagless. Look at this sweater. Look,
He
it's
is
tucked
less.
in.
He has less swag than Tomas.
The sweater's tucked in, isn't it?
He got less swag.
He is Carlton Banks.
He got that sweater tucked in this pastel color and these wrinkled gray khaki pants.
That's why you divorced, sir. Because you are swagless.
Recently divorced. Look at him. Look at that grin. Like he's super excited. And look at
exactly. He is no Andre.
He is not. Little Bella says nerd swag. Exactly.
Jalen Hurts.
Don't you do Jalen like that, Allie?
Oh,
don't you do Jalen like that now?
He's a swagless version of Jalen Hurts.
My God.
Listen, I said what I said. He has less swag than Tomas. That's bad.
Yeah, bring that picture up of Tomas again. I like seeing that one. That other one. Ooh, with that hat and that bandana. You need to see that on a daily. I like that picture.
Daily.
Did we?
That's a nice one.
On. She said that's nice. That's how you like them.
Yeah. I like them in a couple. I got a couple different flavors. I married chocolate, but I don't know. Yeah, that's it. So, but I like looking at other things.
Well, of course.
Honey, if you're there, I love you.
She didn't mean it.
They know.
There he is. Woo!
That's swag right there.
Yeah, that's swag.
It is.
That's what he need to work on. That green sweater. So
this is swag right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That I don't know what that was.
He's cute, Allie. It's just that outfit they got.
Yeah, he's not ugly. He's just corny.
That outfit is just no.
It's giving cornball.
Bad
boy, cornball. Bad boy, cornball. He don't look like he gonna flip it. How about that?
Yeah,
he don't look like he know how.
Dang. He don't look like he know how to flip it. I'm just saying, it is what it is.
Yeah,
this grown woman talk right here. Danny's a grown A woman. He don't know how to flip
that right there.
She don't want nothing to do with this dude. But here's the thing. Now that we're talking about this outfit, for church,
not to go meet a woman on a blind date.
No, look at Danny. What she got on? Danny's swag.
The sweater don't need to be tucked in, Allie. Nobody tucks in a sweater. What is that?
Danny got her arms out. Why he got on the sweater?
Oh yeah, that is
Pam got on the sheer. But Pam got on sheer sleeves. Danny's arms are out. This woman in the back in the white
got on the way he's standing there grinning, y'all.
Nah, I wouldn't have done any. I would have said I would like to order some French toast with some bacon, please.
Oh God.
I would have said, "Do you work here?"
Oh, and he looks 12.
He does look very young, not to be somebody recently divorced.
He looks younger than Andre, honestly.
Yeah, he does.
He does. He looks like a teenager.
Because of that big goofy smile.
And that big bulky watch. I'm not feeling nothing about him says anything that I want to take a second look at. Pamela, you're wrong for that. Or maybe Pam did this on purpose to push him back to Andre. Pam is pretty smart.
But she's just trying to bring in some. I mean, he has money. He has a job. Yeah, she was just kind of trying to get some points in there and put something else in her field, so she could basically look at something else.
Girl, everything is Vanessa's type. The kids talking about that's Vanessa's type. Look,
everything is Vanessa's type.
I know that this is a family-friendly show, but if it has something between its legs, it's Pam's type.
Well, I was gonna say if it's got a pulse and a penis, it's Vanessa's type.
I'm just saying.
But the
pulse is optional.
Right. The quote of the day is this: I have a horse and I'm enjoying the ride.
Ride. Yep.
That's the quote of the day.
That was a good
Yes,
quote.
sir.
Yeah. Yes. She is.
I
You know
got
why?
and I'm
Because he
enjoying
can
the
flip
ride.
it.
And he can flip it.
I support Jalen Hurts and Fairmont.
Not for Danny.
Nah, we can hook him up with
Well,
somebody.
look, give him to Ashley. Yeah,
Yes,
give him
keep
to
him on the
Ashley.
side
Yes,
for
let's
Ashley.
introduce him to Ashley.
Yeah,
There we go.
There we go.
Good suggestion.
Give him some. Give him.
We
to
got
Ashley.
somebody for you, Ashley, right here.
Right there.
here.
See if we can get
You're
another
gonna
role, another
right.
walk-on role. Yep.
I don't know what he owns a jewelry store. Y'all might have something in common. Whatever.
So,
Yep.
He looks like he keeps a clean, neat apartment. So there you go.
He does. He does.
At this point in the conversation, Danny realizes I got a horse at home, and maybe it's my fault that I haven't talked to him. So maybe I need to fix it. And on the flip side, as Keisha played earlier, Andre is telling Ted, hey, I got a woman that I'm kicking it with, and it's your sister-in-law, Madam Danny Dupree. And he's like, what? Wait, my sister-in-law?
My sister-in-law? What do you mean?
You, Danny, Nicole's sister, Danny? That Danny? You mean Chelsea and Naomi mama, Danny?
Danny?
You mean Vernon and Anita daughter, Danny? That's the Danny you talking about. Yes.
That's the
And
Danny.
Do you really think she into you? Yeah, I do. I'm smacking up, flipping, and rubbing that down all day.
Yeah. Regular.
And she's
but not only that, my heart is invested, because the one
Yes.
thing about that whole conversation that really made me smile today, and I was watching it while I was getting dressed and jumping around in the bathroom.
Girl, I was screaming. My daughter was like, what is wrong with you? I was like, oh my God, I gotta watch it again.
He said, you are speaking about her the way
I speak about Nicole. Yes.
Boom, mic drop.
He said
Boom.
that. That
was
is love, boo-boo. He said that. He did.
If it's not love, it's definitely deep like.
Yep. He is smitten.
He's smitten. That is it.
And like I said last
week, it is no longer lust.
If she want to go ahead and get rid of Bill,
bye.
Show up with this
Please
on your
do.
arm, and whatever medical problems Bill had will accelerate.
Will be manifested that moment.
She might put Haley into cardiac arrest as well.
So
that's what I'm
Or
saying.
early
When Bill
labor.
find out,
two birds, one stone.
I'm trying to tell you. Listen,
Neither
y'all
will
doing a
have
good
anything
job
left
of
to
listening.
say.
Y'all doing a good job of listening.
Yeah,
to it.
y'all are listening. You're a little late on some things, but at least you listen.
You're listening. And now for our final note, if we haven't missed anything.
Oh, hold on. We did miss one. We missed
What?
one because we talked about him a second ago when we were talking about Jalen Hurts' baby brother.
Who?
We didn't talk about the date with Tomas and Kat. And we don't need to spend a lot of time on it, but
Okay.
we do need to touch it.
Okay, touch it.
Yeah.
Why did this man have to tell you to ask him something about him? Like, why? You've been sweating this man all this time and you know nothing about him. And then got offended when he insinuated that you were a spoiled little rich girl, because you are.
Yeah.
Everything's all about you and your problems and your concerns. You have asked this man nothing about himself. The reason he's talking to Eva all the time is because Eva knows something about him, because she takes the time to know something about him. You're the reason that love triangle is about to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the fact that she was surprised by his answers, that he actually did the salsa. Her
The
whole
man
thing
is
was,
Puerto Rican, boo-boo. There
let
was a
me check-
99% chance he could salsa.
Let me check your socials. Now, I had a brief little back, with Allie about this in the group. But millennials, Gen Z, is this how y'all dating out here? Is it that hard out here that y'all can't get on the phone and get to know
talk to each
one
other?
another? Because like I told Allie, I said, listen, all it takes in my generation, all it takes is for us to get on the phone about 3 or 4 nights, all night long with
All
the sun
night
come up,
long.
to the point where
This
you
guy
say,
you on the phone right here.
Yeah, twirling the cord. Remember, look, Just doing this with the cord. Yep.
Until you say,
sleep. No, okay. I'm awake.
Yeah, hang
you
up.
You can go to
you
sleep.
Hang up.
Go on and hang up. No, you hang up.
You hang up first. No, you hang up.
No, I'm good.
About 2 or 3 a night to them, and then y'all go together real bad after that. You together real bad after that.
And know everything.
Know everything about them. You know the great uncle, cousins, boo-boo name. You know how grandma make her potato salad. Yep. You know how to do all of that.
All that.
3 good
you done got invited to Sunday dinner. You going to church with grandma.
Church with grandma. That's it right there.
Exactly. Baking cakes, the kids. Exactly.
But the idea that you are literally sitting across from this man having a conversation and he's saying, you know nothing about me, and your instinct is to pick up the phone and look for his social instead of asking him a question,
and talking to him.
Being an adult and having a conversation when you're sitting in front of somebody is insane to me.
It's like, is there nothing about this man you wanted to know other than the fact that you think he's into you because you're a virgin and you want somebody, but you know nothing about this man and you don't seem interested.
He's attractive. He's a lawyer. That's all I want to know.
That's all she got.
She don't know Tomas's mama name.
She probably don't know his last name.
She don't know what island from Puerto Rico his family is from.
Favorite food, color.
She don't know.
Where are you from originally? Where did you graduate from? Like what? Nothing.
What do you like to do in your spare time? I know you went and worked out.
She just found that out. She just found that out.
Just found that out. She don't know how he like his arroz con gandules.
Even which
how you supposed to accidentally on purpose bump into somebody if you don't know where they be at?
She's into titles. Yeah, Zakia, I agree. She is. She likes to. He's a lawyer. He is on the up and up.
And then age of Google. Okay, investigate first. But
she didn't even do that.
She's past that stage though, Allie.
She didn't even do that.
Talking to him. She didn't kiss the man. She needs to actually talk to him.
His tongue has been down her throat, and she does not know anything about him.
But even on the flip side of that, we know how to do the investigation and all of that stuff.
Yes, sir. I'm a uncertified private investigator. Ask
we
somebody.
Can get it through all the socials. We know how to find it and we know how to get you. But I want to have a conversation. When I was first dating my husband, he wanted to do the text stuff. And I felt like I was carrying most of the conversation. And the only thing he would write back is, really? And so I wrote him one day, and I was kind of rude. I admit, baby, if you're watching, I apologize. I don't know if I ever apologize to you. I said, is that the only English word you know how to say is really? Because I'm really sick and tired of that.
Don't do Poppy. Don't do Poppy.
I did. And he said, I know a lot of English words. I said, well, can you use them, please? So I realized at that point, maybe texting back and forth was not the best way for him and I to communicate. So we did a lot more face-to-face and a lot more sitting up all night. Mm-hmm. This is what was going on when I was in Puerto Rico. I grew up this way. Well, I grew up this way. It took all of those get to know yous for me to realize that I wanted to get to know him. If that makes sense.
We definitely did the all night, but that was also 30 years ago. All night on the phone.
Alice says she agreed her perception of people in Gen Z is his socials. Yeah, I mean, I get it, but that don't tell you on socials. That's not even real stuff anyway. You want to tell people what you want them to know.
You get
half of the real thing. You know, and the representative they're putting out on that social. You're not knowing the real person, because I will never get on there and say the real deal and cry about what
you ain't doing no real investigating on socials.
No. But yeah, Kat, I need you to, as much as you are investigating and you enjoying this whole thing about Leslie, that seemed to be up your alley.
Use that same energy.
Either use that same energy, or I don't think you're ready for a relationship right now. You're not mature enough to handle, especially not with Tomas.
She can sit here and investigate Eva forever, but she ain't investigated her own man.
That's what I'm saying. She's not ready for it.
You might as well go ahead and fix some feelings to be hurt and her heart to be mad, because Eva about to take her man.
I agree.
I don't know how soon it's gonna happen, but it's definitely gonna happen.
Okay. So now on the back inside the gates, Nicole's Catherine's mother got a bouquet of flowers today and a nice, lovely card.
Finally,
estranged husband Ted. Finally, and she didn't throw the bouquet out. She didn't knock him in the floor. She read the card. She put it down.
Put the flower
what
in
did she do, Ursula? Show us what she did. She put that flower in her hair and laid back on that couch and thought about her man.
That's what she did.
Thinking about Hawaii.
Yes.
So that was good.
And also, I found out
did that
Hawaii.
Ago.
We've been doing that wrong the whole time. Laura wasn't going to Jamaica; she was going to Maui. I figured that out too in my research.
Yeah, she was going to Hawaii.
She was going to Hawaii, but
because when she said she was going, that's when Nicole mentioned that was where they went.
Yeah,
I remember that.
But Ted. It's not too little, too late. I'm glad you finally listening and you're doing it, and you see
that means it's not too little, too late. But that means you got to step your game up because
you have to step it up.
Last week,
because she does. You're right, Zakiya. She does miss Ted. She missed Ted real bad, and the fact that he reached out now is kind of like okay, and maybe he knew his wife better than we did, and knew that she needed time, that he had to hit her soft spot. And maybe now he can pour it on and be outside on bended knee tomorrow morning.
It sounds like that's the plan because he asked the delivery person, did she come to the door when you made the delivery?
Herself, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, yeah, she needs to read Dana for filth. She need to read Dana for filth.
That's what I agree.
Oh, yeah.
I want to tell Dana.
You don't need to read Dana for filth. You need to call her sister, put on all black, and ride out.
What I was gonna say is
Nicole ain't about that life, but Danny is.
No, Nicole is about that life.
You think so? Well, when it comes to this situation, that'll bring it out of you. You're right.
I am going to put. I hate that I did not get a chance to, but I am going to put this reel together for next week for y'all to see why I'm saying Nicole is about that life. It's just some things we missed early on because we just wasn't paying attention. But Nicole is about that life. But what I want to see is a good old fashioned soap opera cat fight. I want them.
Yes. Yes. And I wanted to see it with Danny and Haley. But if the heifer really is pregnant, I'm not going to get to see it there.
No, Nicole and Leslie need to be about it.
Yeah, I want that. I've been saying for weeks, I need someone to get drugged and sound like she might be the perfect candidate.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Zakiya says she is a goody two shoes, but has another side. She definitely has another side. She has about
Danny's sister. I mean, I'm sure she got
we know it's in her DNA. She got Danny, she got Anita, and she got Martin.
Well, I'm going to say Martin is her child. Where you think Martin get it from? Martin is Nicole's child. Nah. Martin is about that life, all the way about that life. So Nicole can get down with it. I need Leslie to get drugged, and that way Leslie can stop showing up. I need Leslie to be there, and I need Nicole to show up one day. Like Kat, give her the key. Thank you, Ted, for the flowers. Pull up in there and let her be in there.
And drag her out that room by her wig.
Yes.
We know it's not glued down, so it's going to come off. So just be ready to start blowing as soon as that wig come off.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, yeah. Just start swinging. You know how they used to windmill each other back on Y&R back in the day. They used to get the pulling hair. Yeah, I want to see a good old cat fight. That's what I want to see. I want to see all of it.
Oh my goodness.
I want to see them. I want them to be low down and dirty with it, rolling all outside of Fairmont Crest. That's what I want.
Yes. Security.
I want everything.
Look, they'll get there after the fight is over because you know they always late. They don't even show up.
After the fight is over, they in the hospital.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Watching people on the monitors. They going in the room. Yeah, that's what they're doing.
Did we recap everybody? I think we did good.
Yeah,
right?
I think we did.
Yeah. All right, so let's take a commercial break and then come back with our trivia answers. Angela, see who got our answers right. All right.
I remembered once it started playing, Keisha. I was like, oh yeah.
Okay, so Allie, Trisha Mann does need an Emmy. She's doing that thing. All right, so who got the answers? I know Allie got the first one, which was the Chicago. Anita Williams was Chicago. But who got the second?
She got the first answer. She did not get the second.
I didn't see anybody with the second one.
Yeah.
Anybody know the second? Now y'all can take a moment. What other TV family lived in Cabrini Green apartments?
Allie, it wasn't the Jeffersons. The Jeffersons lived on the east side of Manhattan.
Yeah.
To the east side. They were moving
However, there is give the answer. There is a Jefferson tie to the family who was the winner. I mean, to the actual family though. There is a Jefferson tie. But y'all got 15 more seconds to put in the comments. What other TV family lived in Cabrini Green apartments?
In Chi-Town.
Cabrini Green is in Chicago.
That was a hard question.
And it was always a family that was chilling in the child line. Always. There we go, Zakia. All right. Zakia got it. The Evans family. That's right.
Family.
Lucky we got them. Good times.
Okay. Okay, bonus question. What movie is set in Cabrini Green?
Woo! Yeah, that's good.
Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat.
Put it in the chat. Oh, where's that thing?
I know y'all know what movie is set in Cabrini Green.
I know.
Shall I say it 5 times for him?
No, do 3, baby. Come on, y'all.
I mean, I'm giving y'all hints.
Here's the thing. Nope, she said Cooley High. Oh, well.
It might have been, but that ain't it.
Yeah. It wasn't Cabrini Green, though. It was in Chicago, though. I don't remember it being taking place in Cabrini.
Look, I'm gonna have to check on Cabrini Green. I mean, on Cooley High, but that ain't it.
You might get one.
I said 5 times. Out of that one. Hint. Should I say the name 5 times? She said no. Don't say that name 5 times. There's your clue.
If y'all get this one, y'all get 2 entries on this with bonus.
Oh, come on,
nobody's gonna get it.
Nobody's gonna give another clue. Watch out for the bees.
No.
Oh wow, I'm disappointed.
All right, y'all. The answer
5 though, wasn't it? I think it's only. Yeah, I thought it was only 3.
Oh, it's 3 times.
It's 3 times, not 5.
Marvella don't know it either. Oh Lord, I give up. Nobody don't know it. It's Candyman. Candyman is set in Cabrini Green.
Candyman can. That's the wrong song.
So I ain't saying it no more.
I know. Look, just in case I ain't saying it no more.
Allie got one answer. Zakia got the other. So
yeah, and Zakia got one answer.
If you do not know, Allie said.
She said, "When was the movie made? Candyman."
Come on now.
Oh, that's an old movie.
It is old.
I don't like that movie. I love that movie. But I like scary movies.
That was one of the other creepy movies that I was like, "Oh goodness, I can't." I don't know.
And
about
he died recently. Bless his heart.
He died right after he was. He just did the new Final Destination, and right after that movie got made, he passed away. Right after they finished filming it.
Oh, did he?
And if you are a Final Destination watcher, which I know you are not, Ursula, but we went to go see the new Final Destination. He looked completely different because he had stomach cancer. So he was very sick. But they had a scene where he was speaking on the power of death, because if you know Final Destination, that's the whole premise of the movie, is when death has your name on this roster, it's coming for you. Right. But they had him in his monologue in his final scene. He spoke on death and the finality of it and living your life while you have it. And they said, I read somewhere that when they gave him the script for that role, they told him, just because they knew his situation, just speak from your heart, say whatever's on your mind to say. Brought a little tear to my eye.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was really sad. And when you look back at the old Final Destinations, because he's been in all of them.
Okay. She don't like that movie.
Allie and Zakia, y'all both get an entry into our Procter & Gamble basket giveaway for answering the questions correctly. So Zakia is a basket that we are raffling off full of Procter & Gamble products. It's our giveaway basket. And so because you got a trivia question right, you are going to get an entry into that. So congratulations to both Allie and Zakia for answering our trivia questions. But speaking of, she said tears to her eye. Did y'all see the I put it on my page, but did y'all see with the baby crying in the Lilo and Stitch movie? The baby, go on my page, the baby was screaming. Apparently there's a part in the movie where I guess Stitch's life is in jeopardy. And the baby was crying real tears like he was at a funeral. And he said, Stitch ain't gonna make it. Stitch is not gonna make it. Keisha, you muted. And I mean, he was saying, no, they can't. And you can hear whoever he went
to hear, Keisha.
The rapper, the baby?
No, a little child watching.
Oh, okay. I was like, hold up, say what?
And he was screaming, and whoever was with him in the movie was trying to console him, say, Stitch is going to be all right, I promise. He said, no, he's not. He ain't making it. He's not going to make it. And he was screaming like he was at somebody's funeral. And I tell you, I cried so much with that baby. I said, oh my God. I was streaming real tears. I said, oh Lord, because you can hear the pain in that baby crying over Stitch. If you go to my page, I bought it on my page. That thing is crazy. All right. Y'all.
Let's see. Excuse me, hold on a second. We gotta throw Zakia another entry because Cooley High was set in Cabrini Green.
Oh, okay. Wow. Well, Zakia, you get two.
Cooley High is set in Chicago, specifically in the Cabrini Green housing project near North Side.
Okay.
Wasn't the one I was talking about, but you were not wrong.
All right. So we'll give you that one then. You get two entries this week, Zakia, into the Procter & Gamble basket. Look at you coming in and throwing your weight around. I like it. Vote for who y'all think should be kicked out of the gates this week, y'all. You go ahead, and I'm gonna make my. Well, I need to think for a second. Angela, you ready to make your case for who should get put out?
You know, I always kick security out. People sad. I don't know. Let me see, because we got security: Haley, Bill, Leslie, Anita, Mona, Joey,
and Ted.
You didn't put
we throw Ted in there? We do Ted and Cat in there. We had people.
Oh, this is the one that I'm looking at the one you did the other day. Yesterday.
Oh, yeah. No, people in the chat threw Ted and Cat in there too.
Okay.
So, but I am gonna go with security, and I'm gonna put who else out? Leslie, of course, because those two just. Well, no, Ted. I'm putting Ted out.
Okay. All right.
Because I needed him to come forward a little bit more and a little bit quicker. Yeah. And I still think he should have put maybe another. He needed to have another bouquet tomorrow. Some breakfast.
He need to get that doorstep tomorrow with a bouquet.
He need to have some breakfast come to the house in the morning for her, or some lunch or something like that.
Chick-fil-A chicken minis or something.
Yeah, he need to feed his woman now. That's what he need to do. So
my nomination this week is for Mona. My camera, it didn't like it. I vote for Mona for the simple fact that one, Mona, you brought the stranger into the lives of the Richardson family. Everybody, I mean, okay, just because she met you in church and was singing on the choir next to you, one of the pastors in the old church, he used to say, when you pass the collection plate, watch your donation go down because everybody ain't saved. So when you put your money in the plate, watch the plate go all the way to the end because everybody in church ain't saved. So I know you think that might have been a great place to meet her because she was in the choir, but you really didn't know her to bring her into that part of your life and in these people's home. But you did it. So you did it. But now that you have the opportunity to right the wrong, you are not taking it. You want to yell at Kat, think she being extra, when you need to say, whatever you need, baby, because this is my fault. Let me look at whatever you got. And you need to say, you know what? I think that is Leslie. I know it is. But she got on the wig. You're going to have to really prove it. But I really think that this is what it is. But Mona, you so busy trying to say, well, I don't think. You already know.
Trying to be all sanctified.
This is not the time for sanctification. I know. Listen, Mona.
She said this is not the time for sanctification.
I need you, Mona, to get on board and help Kat because you're the next one that's closest to Leslie.
This is the way for you to right your wrong.
To you to get it right. This is the way for you to repent and get it right. And for the part that you played in this, and we need your assistance. Kat needs your assistance because you're the only one with an end. And then you turn around and let her walk up on y'all today, or for next week, I think it is, in the restaurant talking. Leslie, hear what you're saying.
Like y'all having this conversation all out in the open. No, she creep up like a thief in the night.
Yes, she does.
What is wrong with y'all? What is wrong with y'all? Talking up and open. Kat, you on the block for that part too, because you talking too much, too fast, in too many public places.
How you having an investigation in the open?
Out in the open where ears are everywhere. So yeah, I got Mona and I got Kat, and Kat just for that reason, because other than that, you're doing your good work, Kat. You're talking right, you're doing right, and I'm with you when you're right, and I'm right when you're with you. So you're doing good. But
you suck at relationships, but you're great at investigating.
Yes, you do.
I just need you to speak in private and stop doing stuff so I'm over. Y'all leave orphanages alone for a minute. Yes. Do some DoorDash and talk in the living room. Okay, that's my nomination.
Oh my gosh, you did not say do some DoorDash.
Oh, I'm dead.
That's what it's for. So yep, DoorDash is great.
All right, Keisha.
Whew. All right. So
I know.
I put on mine in the group initially, so I don't really.
Okay, so
I've already made my cases. I'm going to evaluate. We're gonna look at some other things. Let's look at the runway for a little bit, and I'll let y'all know.
Yeah.
Yes,
we'll come back.
runway.
All right. So we're gonna do some things then. Let's go. Let's see who dressed fire this week. right, Keisha.
All right. So I have decided that this week we have a double eviction.
Okay.
Because Mona, you had one job. And you, like Ursula said, you brought this wicked witch into the lives of these families. And you had a chance to right the wrong. All you had to say is, that looks like her. I think that is her. That's not you saying definitive. You didn't lie. I think that's her. Now, I can't be sure. And all that second guessing and all that foolishness. You should have left that out. You had one job.
You just need to stop.
I'm sorry. But related to Vanessa, Joey, finally, you are getting out of the gates. Because listen, inviting that man to watch as you seduced his wife, in the words of my line sister, you are out of order.
Yes.
And it is time for you to go.
Yes, out of order.
Now, mind you, Doug, you need to grow some balls. But Joey, you need to go.
Yes, that part. All right,
Vanessa
so
just needs to go get some help. She need to go to
both of them need rehab, sex rehab, and gamblers anonymous.
Yeah, she's something wrong.
They both need
something
rehab.
very wrong. But side note, I know you just did the runway. We couldn't find it, but if anybody can tell us where Vanessa's lingerie came from,
what
inquiring minds need to know, because that bra was banging. And I don't think I can fit it because she's a little different size-wise than I am. But I'm sure that hopefully they go up.
Just the bra and the you're muted, Keisha. The bra and the whole, like the little strap thing.
Yeah, the little strap
thing. Everything. The whole undergarment was banging. I can't find it, but if I find it between now and next week, I will add it. But I couldn't find it.
We need to know.
You need to leave and take her husband.
They can go to Genoa City with Dashley.
What?
Not the Genoa City.
Forever sending them to Genoa City.
Genoa City got their own.
They can go to Salem. They can go to Salem. That's fine. Go to Salem.
They got their own problems over there.
All right, folks. So that's it. It is Joey and Mona this week that have been put out. And Mona, you know, I like you because you came from extremely boring to being put out. So you are doing the stretch, and I appreciate it.
You can redeem yourself by helping Kat in the investigation, but do it quietly.
Oh my gosh.
Move quietly.
Yes.
Because the louder you move, the more she's going to cover her tracks.
You are right about that.
Yeah,
you are right about that.
Keep it quiet.
She need to just do what she need to do. Y'all, we'll be right back to say goodbye.
Yeah. When I finish with you, 23-hour lockdown.
Very good. Oh, yeah. How you doing? How are you?
Best empanadas.
Oh yeah? Oh yeah, glad you guys like it.
Yeah, so my horizontal line is a little off. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold tight.
Every Friday night. No cooking necessary, no assembly required.
All right, who needs prayer, y'all?
Child, the whole damn cast. Definitely Vanessa, number one.
Vanessa needs prayer.
Yes, Lord.
Yes, she does.
Yes, she does.
I'm going
Vanessa
to pray for God to give Teddy Bear the strength
to push forward.
Go over there and face his fears and do right by his wife.
Uh-huh. Yeah. He do. And I'm gonna pray for Mona. Mona, when you go to church Sunday, I want you to talk to the Lord about what you should do, about what you know about Leslie. I know you didn't want to get involved because that was your good Christian singer, your fellow choir member. Pastor been asking why she not on the choir for the past couple of Sundays. But I need you to just sit and talk to the Lord about what you should do. Because you're going to be key to this investigation. And I know you don't want to get involved and, and you're not lying. Say your truth. I don't want you to lie. You're right. You cannot tell a lie and you cannot do whatever I want you to stick to your Christian principles.
Danielle Elizabeth Dupree.
What I want you to do. And yes, Sister Allie said Danielle Elizabeth Dupree. She does.
Danielle Elizabeth Dupree needs the whole name.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
Her government name.
Oh, Lord. Yes.
Miss Marvella says she needs prayer. So, Miss Marvella, it is done. And whatever you are dealing with, whatever the problem is, it is done right now in the name of Jesus. I declare blessings over you. I declare victory over you. And that every single thing that you take to the Lord in prayer, He hears you. He said, even before you open your mouth, He heard you and He answered your prayer according to Psalms 91. So it is done now in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Amen.
Danny needs prayer.
God's got it. That's it.
Yeah. Danny, she needs some prayer. Danny definitely.
Yeah, put the bottle down, Danny girl. Go to Jesus.
And had 2-3 vodka tonics. Yep.
Danny will be all right. If Andre show back up, Danny be all right. All go
Thank
away.
you. She needs her distraction.
But from a
need to be in Paris like she was supposed to in the beginning. It wouldn't have all these issues.
She should have went on her trip with Andre.
Well, that was Anita and Vernon's fault.
It was.
In all seriousness, she needs a distraction, but we cannot let other people be our distraction from healing on our own because you're going to end up burning that other person out. So from a therapy standpoint, Danny does have some healing to do. She needs some prayer. And speaking of that, well, I'll say this and then that because we talked about this a couple of weeks ago. Just wait a second. But Danny needs that therapy help and she needs that prayer. But what I was saying is we talked about this a couple of weeks ago with the Dupree family being how it is. How is it that we have never seen the Dupree family go to church?
Yeah, we were talking about that.
We did. We had that conversation.
The pastor has not shown to the house. They have not been to church on Sunday. I understand that
this is a all-white writing team minus Michelle. Dear writing team, dear white people, Black families, most of them have a foundation in the church. At some point in the last February, March, April, May, 4 months, Easter done come and went. They ain't go to church for Easter. At some point in the last 4 months, they should have set foot in a church. A pastor should have come to the house to check on them. Something. It's just not
all that was going on. They didn't say we need to come and pray for and sit by Sister Danny in this process of what's going on because I know the pastor heard about what went on.
Oh, yes.
Everybody know the pastor ain't come to the house. Y'all ain't been to the church. They ain't even show y'all coming home from church to say, man, pastor preached a wonderful sermon today. Y'all have no been.
You didn't even have to do the set for the church. You could have just insinuated.
Came in the door and took your church hat off, Miss Anita.
You know, pastor said in church the other day.
Exactly.
Leslie done been to church more than them. Come on,
been singing on the choir.
She done dropped the jacket off.
You done had Satan sitting on the front pew, and y'all ain't set foot in the door.
Ain't set foot in there. Mona, the only one been to church, and y'all can't live vicariously in proximity to Mona going to church. Y'all need to be down.
That's why you got so much
church.
hell going on in your family right now.
That's what's going on because you did not invite the Lord into Fairmont Crest. And I know if Fairmont Crest got a hotel, y'all got a chapel or something somewhere. So listen. Dupree family, get yourselves down there. Y'all ain't got to sit on the front pew, but get yourselves down there to that church
in order.
Get your house in order. Get down there and invite the Lord to the situation. You obviously know the words to Amazing Grace. Sing them on inside the church. And do what you need to do.
I forgot we had that conversation. Yes,
y'all have never, ever, 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 ever stepped foot in the Lord's house. Y'all need to get set designers, writers. It don't take much to do the inside of a chapel. Y'all ain't got to have but 6 pews.
Because y'all only got what? Y'all got that one.
You only had 12 people at the fashion show. Use them same people in the church.
These home health people are disrespectful at my house.
Putting their bags on my table and their framed pictures. I have to tell them no bad spot. Oh wow.
Oh gosh.
Oh Lord.
Listen.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, you need prayer, Miss Anita, Miss Marvella.
Tell them that have a designated place for them to put their stuff.
Yeah.
But yes,
but yeah, get down to the CME church, please. We waiting on y'all. We announcing for y'all. We talking for y'all. We praying for y'all. Y'all need to get them down here.
Yes.
Get to the church. Keisha, who is? Oh no, wait, Angela. We have to announce our gatekeeper of the week.
So, our gatekeeper of the week is, that was my drum. Miss Caitlin Dreher. Dreher, yeah. So she has been posting, and that is good. And that's how you become the gatekeeper of the week. And you can basically have our announcements read by her. But I also want to mention that Miss Marvella, as usual, is on top of things, and she is in there to win it. So, I mean, yeah, but you guys got to try and beat her. Zakia, Allie, get your posts up.
And as the gatekeeper of the week, Lynn, you are going to be invited to sit in with us next week on the show. So if you're watching, and we'll also do a post in there congratulating you, reach out to me and let me know if you are accepting your invitation to sit in with us next week. And you're also, as gatekeeper of the week, getting an entry into that wonderful Procter & Gamble basket that you want. So that's that. Keisha.
Yes,
ma'am. Performer of the week.
Performer of the week goes to our boy Marty Martz. Mad Martin for the win. Yes, sir. He did that. He did his job. He did his black job this week.
When Martin is mad, he be acting his butt off. He does.
Yeah. He plays mad well.
He does. I agree. I definitely agree. Martin plays mad.
But you know what? I have an honorable mention. I have a second on that. And this was from today. Andre did his thing today. He did. I'm not being biased. I'm not being biased. I'm saying in that conversation with Ted, where that music started playing and he just walked off to the side and started talking about his feelings for Danny. I felt that.
Yeah, okay.
But
yeah.
Martin did his thing though. Martin won it for sure. Hands down.
Yes. Martin is definitely the performer of the week. I agree.
Bravo.
You did your thing. You did your thing. When he said the father of your blessing.
The father of your blessing. Now you got to roll that neck, girl. The father of your blessing.
And then he said, what, Haley? You okay? What? You shy?
You
Haley? No, she's not okay. I was like, oh, Martin doing his big thing.
Of course your wife is not okay. I just want to leave, Bill.
Yeah.
It's okay. I got this, Haley.
Yeah.
Ooh,
all right.
Final
thoughts, Keisha.
I'll kick it off. So one, this is piggybacking on what you just said about not letting a person be your, I guess your cushion for getting yourself right because you're gonna burn them out. I agree.
You're correct.
That was what it was. I think what I would love to see happen is for Danny to reach out to her sister. Both of them have been through it. Y'all need a good girls' weekend. Go to the spa. This will be the perfect time for y'all to have a heart-to-heart. You can break it to her gently. I'm screwing your nephew.
Yeah. What? Yeah, I just wanted to tell you myself.
Girl, let me just tell you. I'm not going to go into detail. I know that's your nephew. That's going to be a little uncomfortable for you, but I'm just letting you know. You were right about your inclinations, but we good. And listen to my brother-in-law. I think he really, really wants you back. You know, have that heart to heart. Do the little girls trip. Do that. Get it all out and open. Be there for each other. Nicole, be receptive. Don't be judgmental. Be happy for your sister. And when you come home, answer the door when Ted comes a knocking. Danielle Elizabeth Dupree. When my boy comes to the door, and Andre, you better come to the door. Answer the door. One, listen to him speak to you with love and affection and respect, something you are not accustomed to with your ex. And be receptive to what he is trying to tell you. He is tired. He don't want to be a player no more.
He don't want
to be a player no more. That's all he's trying to say. You want to get back at your ex? That's the way to do it, boo.
Yep. Hook up.
You know you like him. You know you want him. You looked at Carlton Banks and you was like, that man ain't got swag like my man.
Oh my goodness.
What just happened?
I need you to have open heart, ladies. I need y'all to have y'all's time together, and then I need y'all to have open hearts and minds when you get back to Fairmont Crest. That is all. That is it.
Right.
That's the post.
Angela.
Well, I got an echo.
I do too for some reason. I think that my Wi-Fi.
You don't on this end. I can't hear y'all's echoes. So it's on y'all's ends.
Okay,
so my final thoughts is with Nicole. So he and Ted. Ted is finally trying to basically make a move. And like you said, I want her to be receptive. I want her to think about to love, honor. Yeah, I don't like that obey part, but yes, and cherish. And so, but until death do us part. Everybody's got a whole bunch of crap under there for y'all to be married this long and for that to have happened. And I'm not saying that it's an easy. You still need to go and work through that. Y'all do. But yeah, you got a lot you got a lot on this marriage. It's too much to be selling the house and just give it up. I mean, yeah, and just put it all down. No, you got to kind of talk through that and work through that. Mm-hmm. It's just, you got 2 grids. And you got family, you got house, you got practices, you got memories. Focus on those. You said 2.1?
I said 2 and a possible.
2 and a possible. That's what I was thinking. I was like, but that's not their possible. So,
it could be though.
Oh yeah, no, that's right. There 2 there. That one. You're talking about, yeah, that's true. 2 and a possible. So yeah, just work that out. Y'all just need to talk and work that out. So that's my thing for them. Miss Mendez.
Okay. My final thought is for the wig shop owner. I need you to stop selling Leslie these wigs and the foolish. And look at the back here. See,
Leslie goes.
No, she go down there because she has to try them on because she come home with 4 or 5 at a time. You see this wig back here that she got right here? This is how people around town can't figure out what's going on. She doing this crime. I need you to stop selling her this stuff because your activity is not of the kingdom, and we do not.
No, Wig Kingdom is not about to get rid of their bestseller, their best client.
No, I need you. When you see this woman coming, I need you to refuse to sell her wig. And Kat, I need you to go to the wig shops in town because all y'all talking about is wigs. They calling her wigs on TikTok. She playing in the mirror in the wigs. All the other stuff is about the wigs. I need you to go, Jacob, to there and show her picture. Down there.
Have you seen this woman?
Yes. Seen this woman coming in here buying these wigs. I need y'all to get
forget asking Mona. Do you recognize this wig?
Woman. Do you recognize this wig and this woman? I need y'all down there to their beauty supply store to stop selling Leslie these wigs. Now I'm being serious with y'all. Y'all doing too much.
Oh my goodness.
Y'all are out of order down here at this wig shop. And y'all need to stop selling this woman because this woman coming here with 4 or 5 different wigs every week from down there at that store. She done spent all the $10,000, $50,000
that whole
$50,000. And yeah.
Oh my God.
The kid said she need to donate him to Tracy. Yeah, that one. Yeah, see. Wig shop owner. Stop selling.
To Tracy, or she need to donate them to Sharon.
Yes, Lord Jesus.
Yeah, to Sharon. Yeah, to Sharon. Sharon need a couple of them wigs. Listen, y'all out of order down there at that wig shop. Y'all gonna stop this with her and these wigs. Now I'm sick of it. I want her. She got beautiful hair on her own. And I'm sick of all these different wigs now. Y'all, I'm gonna call the BBB and get y'all shut down if y'all sell Leslie another wig.
BBB, oh gosh.
Y'all sell Leslie another wig, and I'm making a phone call. We are boycotting outside the store, and we're not getting the wig. So we're gonna organize a boycott outside the wig shop if y'all sell her another wig because that is not of the kingdom. And Leslie is out of order with y'all's product. And now that y'all know, y'all are on notice for what she's doing with y'all product, it is your obligation.
Y'all are aiding and abetting a criminal.
Y'all are aiding and abetting. You are aiding and abetting. You are an accomplice and an accessory to the crime. So
before and after the fact.
That's it.
That's it. That's
Those are my final thoughts.
You are a mess. Oh my goodness.
That's it.
And writers, hold on, one more.
Okay.
The one thing we don't need is another sex scene with Joey and Vanessa. Don't ever do that again.
You know what, Keisha? I don't disagree with you often. But I think we need to see that again.
No, we don't. I don't need to see that.
Because
that want to fast forward through that part.
That scene to me was not as cringeworthy as it was with her and Doug. Her and Doug had me about put my hands on my eyes.
That wasn't cringeworthy. It was her husband.
I don't care.
I mean, I'm still trying to figure out how he did all that with a broke hand, but he flipped her.
Yeah, he did. That's
and see, thank you, Allie. Thank you, Allie. You understand.
Dang, that makes me think they can't get any because of that.
Oh yeah, and the helmet.
Thank you.
The hairs in the helmet are gonna be a wig.
And everything else is wig. See, I'm telling y'all, stop selling this woman as wigs. Y'all messing up. I'm trying to tell you.
As long as she doesn't touch that wig, that helmet out of the bag, her fingerprints will be on it. But it's still right now. It's just a helmet.
You untouched it now.
No, she took the whole bag.
Oh,
yeah.
So as long as she don't touch it and open it, yeah. So her fingerprints and DNA will be in there.
I'm trying to.
But how can they prove that was the helmet from the accident? Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just a black helmet. You still have to tie that. It's got to have some kind of mark or something on it. That's
all of it's circumstantial. Our resident attorney, did they have a case? Do we need more evidence?
Zakia says she don't wear a wig cap, but you got to get the wig then. You got to get the wig. See, now Eva got to key back in and steal all the wigs.
But I don't think she had a wig. She had her hair that day.
I think she had her hair that day.
Oh, that's right. She did, because when she took it off,
she had her hair.
She took her hair out. We know she don't glue them down because she changed them too often.
She sure did.
Was her hair that day.
Yeah, that was her hair.
We might be on.
She took it off and she shook it out.
She shook it. We might be on to something. Okay, come on, Kat. Come on, somebody.
Find some hair in there.
Find her hair. That'll do it. That will do it.
See, Kat, if you work with your sister, you might be able to take her down.
Yeah.
Just saying.
If you show a little niceness, a little sugar goes a long way.
Y'all might as well suck it up, you sisters, and not have.
Exactly.
Like everybody's saying. Everybody has said it. Chelsea has said it. Tomas has said it.
You already about to fall out over this man. You might as well get over it for a moment.
We'll have to go and talk to your sissy.
All right, so listen, gatekeepers, over the weekend, y'all go ahead and post in the group. Tell us what you think about a possible Danny and Andre reunion, and hopefully to get back together. How do you feel about how Ted is acting towards Nicole? Now, tell us what you think about who got evicted this week, and if there's anybody else on the block and why that we might have missed. Put it all in the group.
I put a poll in there too. I put a poll in as if you think she's pregnant or she not pregnant. What do y'all think? So
so y'all go ahead and answer the polls, and congratulations again to Miss Kaylin Dreer. You are our gatekeeper of the week. Congratulations one more time. You get to sit in with us next week. I'm gonna put an announcement out in the group. Thank you again to Allie Brown for sitting in with us today, our gatekeeper last week. And Allie, you did your good thing. You did your big thing.
You did.
You was talking right. Like I said, hey, I'm with you when you're right, and I'm right when I'm with you. So you did a good job, and I appreciate you, Allie. Reminders, don't click any links that don't come from us. Let us know if you see any scammers. As you see here on this live, we got a couple of bots coming for us. It's a good thing and it's a bad thing, but y'all let us know what you see. And I think we're all 5 days next week, right? We don't have any preemptions that we know of.
I don't believe so that I know of.
So I think we're good on that. And with that, y'all, we love y'all. See you later.
Have a good night. Have a great weekend.
Great weekend, guys.